Hey everyone, just wanted to show off the changes to the button presses that I did on the Proffie code. I put the code up on the TRA forums, got a GitHub fork so you can try it yourself, and I sort of documented the changes on the thread and the wiki on the original Proffie GitHub. So, got a GraphLex 2.0, and right now I'm on the battery font, so doing pretty good. Battery's near the top. So we will switch presets using bottoms aux here to the first.
Light.
So using Ksith's excellent smoothing fonts, this is a GraphLex. So the first font is a nice light blue, almost purple blade. Using 7/8 clear blade, hard diffuser tube, cellophane, and foam wrapped around skinny strips. I'm having a lot of trouble diffusing the full-size strips using a 7/8 blade, so I'm using the skinny strips. Still very bright. As you can see, it's lighting up the room quite a bit, and I've got the lights on. So anyway, so here are the changes. So right away, normally you just press power to turn off, but that doesn't work because that often triggers if you're sort of playing like the saber, spinning around, etc. So I changed it to a long press, kind of like the collector board, so you have to hold it down for 2 seconds, and off it goes. And then short press, on it goes again. Same thing for the blaster, so short press on the button, aux gives you your blaster blocks. Now my speaker is triggering clashes, so I either have to turn my clash sensitivity up or the volume down. I'm not sure which I want to do yet. So the blaster noises are triggering a clash at the end of it. But you can see the blaster is looking good. And here's the fun change. So holding down auxiliary now will trigger a lockup instead of having to clash while holding it down. So and release to stop the clash, the lockup. Tip drag works just as well, so there we go, tip drag. And if you want to trigger a force action sound effect, you double press the power button. There we go. And again, hold. Off it goes. So those are the changes I made to the code for buttons. Big thanks to Frederick on the TRA forums to help me with the event handling for the long press. There's a lot of cool stuff he's got in the code that just needs a bit of wrappers around it to do a lot of really great stuff like doing volume on the fly or other stuff like that. So I'm gonna look at that. That's my next project, is to do a volume menu so we can adjust volume on the fly. My thoughts right now is to do a 5-step volume from mute and then 25, 50, 75%, and 100% of the maximum value you set in your config file, so that way we don't have any problems blowing out someone's speakers. Because you can dynamically set the volume all the way up to 3000, which would, on a 2-watt speaker, blow it up pretty quick. So anyways, that's what I'm doing. The only thing I want to show is a couple blade styles I really like. So cycling through blade styles using aux.
I need someone. Kylo Ren.
Regular Fireblade, nothing to see there. Rogue One Vader. The thing I liked about the Vader, what I did was nice slow ignition to try and give that feel of the hallway. And my blaster blocks are green, which is fun. And then regular bright white lockup, and of course force effects. A really great font by Ksith. The fonts are great. The sound is fantastic. Really cool. So moving on from there.
Greetings, Exalted One.
Standard Luke font.
Darth Treya.
So new font by Forzy for Darth Treya. Really great character from the second Knights of the Republic game that I really like. So I did an unstable blade, which is kind of a mix of the brown noise, flicker, and the strobe effect. So if you power it on, it has a really great kind of cycling, flashing, unstable look, especially on camera and in person. I kind of like it better than the Fireblade for unstable blades, actually, and I may change my Kylo to be more of a red variation of this. I really like it. It looks really cool. So, got your blaster blocks. Oops, I'm triggering clashes because my button moved. There we go. Haven't quite figured out the button arrangement on my graphics that the clamp is sticking. There we go. Blaster block showing up really nicely on this type of blade. We got a lockup, nice and bright, and power off. The other blade style I really like and I wanted to show off is a color cycle ignition.
The balance.
So, if we watch here, it does an on-spark and a color cycle combined. So on-spark white, yellow color cycle to an orangey red blade. I think it's really cool and actually matches the ignition sound that Thexter put into his Rogue Commander font really nicely. And then color cycles off to yellow again. See, it matches it quite well. I really like that. This is another sort of brown noise flicker blue blade, which looks really cool. Looks really unstable, but also not broken like a Kylo blade.
Smooth gray.
And here we have a strobing magenta blade. Looks really cool in person. On the camera you don't really get the full strobe effect, but in person it really strobes and you get that kind of like slow motion, slow frame rate effect when you swing it around. You see a lot of, strobe effects as you swing it. Looks very cool. The blaster blocks really show up on this blade, I think because it's a bit dimmer because it's strobing. Kind of standard yellowy blade.
Teensy.
And another kind of unstable blue blade based on the Treya preset I made. I think it looks really great. The flicker looks really good in person, looks great on camera. Nice and blue. The blaster blocks don't really show up on this one because of the flicker. I might change the color and it'll help it pop a bit more. Just a standard cyan blade. This font is, I use audio flicker for all my blade flickers as a base, and this hum is so regular that it barely even flickers, so I might have to change this to a different flicker type.
Smooth Jedi.
And there's my battery meter. So, once again, if you want to check out the code, take a look at the TRA forums. I posted it there. I posted a link to my GitHub. Like I said, I'm going to do a volume menu here in the next week or so, so we'll give that a try. Any suggestions or stuff you want to see, throw them into the comments. Thank you.